Hello everyone, we are live from the famous Brickyard, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway here for round number 9 of the second Grand Rapids Stock Car Series season. It is the Crown Royal 40. I'm Master Gibson alone here in the booth, and we're ready for 16 laps around this famous speedway, and now let's take a look through your starting lineup. On pole is Rookie of the Year contender Nelson Reeves in his own cell phone number 15 Visine Toyota Camry, and to his outside is Nonigan Scott in the number 86 Eneos Mercedes-AMG, looking to pick up his first points-paying career BOSC win. In row 2, we see Adrian Rojas making his debut in his own cell phone entry, and Blake Inaki sharing the row. Then in row 3, it's the 13 of Felix Jansen and the 07 of Derek Hamill. Row 4 sees Nijika Kazami and Nixon DeMille, and rounding out the top 10 is a pair of Toyotas, the 37 of Azul Cielo and the 34 of Ryan Keith. Row 6 sees another pair of Toyotas, this time in Rose Neal and Chrissy Spletzer. Row 7 is the 54 of Theo Spletzer and the 1 of Henry Williams. Row 8 is last week's winner Tim Pitch next to Vincent David. Row 9 is the 45 of Ryan Llewellyn and the 56 of Chris Fristed. Rounding out the top 20, we see Kevin Hulkenberg and Wyatt Qualley. Row 11 is the 68 of Zachariah Armstrong and the 27 of Nathan Smith. Row 12 is Tari Lowell with Josh King. Row 13 is the 91 of Blaze Aitken and the 89 of John McFadden. Row 14 sees Abel DeGroat next to Bailey Pendergast. Rounding out the top 30 is the 19 of Jackson Kelsey and the 80 of Adam Mitchell making his BOC debut. And in row 16, we see Brad Stover alongside Evan Hunter, a pair of Toyotas. Row 17 is Renan Isip and Tommy Rollo, Isip in the 36, Rollo in the 75. Row 18 is Timothy McKenzie and Ricky Freeman Jr. making RJ West's return to the BOSC. Row 19 sees Mordo Freeman in the 30 and Riley Wilkin in the 25. Row 20 is Patrick Starr and Bradley Ream, and rounding out the field is a pair of Toyotas, the 76 of Noah Clifton and the 9 of Rafiq Razana, the points leader, both of which who failed post-qualifying inspection. So, 16 laps around Indianapolis, and Nathan Smith making his first BOC start since Daytona Beach. Well, it's not looking like it's going to be as smooth sailing as Daytona Beach, as he's had a tire problem here off the start that's going to hold up most of that inside line, at least for a bit. But up front, no issues to report. Nelson Reeves and Nonigan Scott going to lead them to green. They make their way around. Reeves has had an okay start to the season with Rock Car Racing in the number 60, but then moved over here to this 15, his cell phone entry, buying out the very unsuccessful Maryland United Sporting number 0. He's needed to put it through Go or Go Home, but he has been up at the top of Go or Go Home every time since of course his D&Q at his first attempt in Watkins Glen. And now he gets to lead the field to green here. Green flag is out from Indianapolis. We are green at the Brickyard. Reeves is going to get the jump on Scott as they head into turn 1. Meanwhile, further back, Ganaki is going to pick third off of Adrian Rojas. The outside line is not where you want to be, as shown there by Adrian Rojas, really starting to fall back. He's down to 5th here as they head down the back straight. Reeves looks to have the lead early here as Nonigan Scott and Blake Inaki complete your top 3. And it looks like that Hamill and DeMille are going to complete your top 5. The drivers on the outside line really starting to fall back. You want to get down onto that inside as quick as possible. As you can see, the 27 of Nathan Smith stuck on pit road with a tire problem off the start. And it's Nelson Reeves leading lap 1 here. Nonigan Scott, Blake Inaki, Derek Hamill, and Nixon DeMille, your top 5. A lot of Toyotas up here as see Azul Cielo and Rose Neal starting to fall back a bit of 3 wide there between Henry Williams, Bailey Pendergast, and Adam Mitchell. Mitchell making his BOC debut for the new number 80 team. of Accelerate Motorsports, expanded to 4 cars. All 3 cars are in this event. As you see, there's the 81 of, that's Timothy McKenzie, and then further back here, the 82 of Evan Hunter. It's Nathan Smith pulling off of pit road as the field comes around to lap him for a second time. Nixon DeMille looking under Derek Hamill. These two are currently battling for at least second in the points behind Rafik Rizana, who somehow managed to get the points lead as DeMille goes under the 07 of Rizana, and now Ganaki's looking on Nonigan Scott. These RFJ Craft cars have suddenly been showing a lot of pace ever since Kazami's 2 wins, with Fristed also up there, and Ganaki. The only car that really hasn't been showing pace was, of course, the 5 of Freeman, and now the 30 of Mordo Freeman, as we continue to watch this battle between Nonigan Scott and Blake Ganaki. Nelson Reeves has opened up a considerable lead here, looking to lead from the drop of the green to the drop of the checkers. Ganaki gets up into second place, as Nixon DeMille right behind him, and then Derek Hamill right behind that. And then, of course, there's Ryan Keith and Adrian Rojas lined up on that inside line. Ganaki's going to lose a few positions here as Nixon DeMille makes it to Toyota 1-2 here at Indianapolis. Derek Hamill, however, looks like he's keen to change that, as he is looking to close back up on the 83 and maybe make an over and maybe make a pass here for second. As Reeves is really just using all this battling for second to just expand his lead more and more. Hamill's looking, but he's too far back to make a move. He's going to need a good run. Heading down the backstretch, Ryan Keith going to step out. He thought about making a move for third, but it didn't really work out, as DeMille has that 07 all over his rear bumper. Down the front stretch, you see Chrissy Splexer making a move on Nonigan Scott. The 86 really starting to fall back. Adam Mitchell with an impressive run up here toward the front, and I'm mistaken, this was not his debut. His debut was last week at Bristol. Still, another impressive run looks to be here on the cards for Adam Mitchell in that still relatively new number 80 entry. There's a battle going on here at the back. That's Timothy McKenzie able to grow, and Jackson Kelsey. Kelsey can be moving to his own self-owned 49 for next season, leaving this Team Disaster number 19 open for a free agent signing. We're not quite sure who it would be yet, but I guess we'll see when the season moves on, as there's Nathan Smith back out on track after his tire issue. And it looks like that we may have missed a pass for the lead here, as Nixon DeMille's gotten up to the race lead. Let's take a quick look to see the pass for the lead. Down the backstretch, they were side by side, and DeMille just got a good push from his Toyota comrades of Keith and Rojas to get by the 15. And now it is the 83 up front. Nixon DeMille leads. The battle for second gonna carry on here between now Nelson Reeves and Ryan Keith. Keith has had the quieter season of the two Wolf Racing entries, of course, with Luke Rizana, the current points leader. But he still had a decent season so far, up there in the Rookie of the Year standings, as he goes by for second, and Adrian Rojas is going to get third, and possibly go for second, as field really stacking up. We take lap number 8. We're going to take a quick commercial break here. Nixon DeMille leads, followed by Ryan Keith, Adrian Rojas, Nelson Reeves, Felix Jansen, Derek Hamill, Nottingham Scott, Chrissy Spletzer, Blake Ganaki, and Wyatt Qualley, your top 10. We'll see you back here in a bit from Indy. And we are back here from the Brickyard. It is still Nixon DeMille out front, ahead of Keith, Rojas, Hamill, Reeves, Scott, Jansen, Ganaki, Splitzer, and Qualley, your top 10. It's Adam Mitchell, like we pointed out earlier. Great run. He's just outside the top 10 here. Rafik Rizan started last after failing post-qualifying inspection. He's up here. That will be great. At least will dampen the effects of having to start last. I'll at least put up some good points as Rojas, and oh, there's a crash. Ganaki, Splitzer, and oh my goodness, heavy crash. There's a big crash here as, oh my. Cars just piling in. This is a quite appalling incident. Nathan Smith's gonna have nowhere to go. He's gonna, oh my god. Half the field involved in an absolutely chaotic crash here at Indianapolis. Nixon DeMille, your race leader. But we are under the yellows. They're a scary crash. I think that was Chrissy Splitzer who got the worst of it. My goodness, yeah. So, battling here at the back of end of the top 10, Ganaki and Splitzer got together, then Llewellyn, McFadden, and Splitzer just went straight into the pit barrier, and then everyone just piles in here. Kazami, Neal, Isip, Wilkins, just half the field in that. Llewell, Reeves, Isip goes for a flip, Aitken, Rolo, just everyone in it. As gonna look from, I believe it was Llewellyn. Two Woomy Speed cars there of Llewellyn and Chrissy Splitzer ending up in the pit wall. Gonna watch this from Nathan Smith's point of view. Coming through here, turns 3 and 4. And you see the smoke. And Smith really had nowhere to go. The track was entirely blocked off. He tried his best to slow up, but still ended up running into there. You saw the rear end of Timothy McKenzie's 81. Likely put an end to his day. So look at how many cars were involved in that. Maybe one of the worst crashes we've seen in the BOSC. Hope that everyone is okay. So yeah, look at how many cars are out of this. We're gonna step aside here, take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. We are back here on lap 13 of 16, and a lot of cars are out, and another one has been added. As you see there, that is Adrian Rojas blowing up, and he is done. But including Rojas. As you can see, we have 12 runners of the 42 left. 30 cars, 29 from that crash, and of course Adrian Rojas, all involved. Let's hope that Chrissy Spletzer, Ryan Llewellyn are both okay after that heavy hit into the pit barrier. Nixon DeMille has the race lead, then followed by Ryan Keefe, Derek Hamill, Nelson Reeves, Nottingham Scott, Felix Jansen, Wyatt Qualley, Azul Cielo, Chris Risted, Henry Williams, Adam Mitchell, and Mordo Freeman. That's all that's left here. As the green flag is going to wave back here at Indy. 4 laps to determine the race winner. Keith's going to look underneath the 83 of DeMille. And Ryan Keith goes up into the race lead. New leader, the 34. Derek Hamill in that 07 moves up to second. He's looking for his 3rd win of the season. Reeves and Nottingham Scott also hungry behind him. As DeMille is starting to fall back there on the outside. Hamill chasing after the 34 of Ryan Keith. Keith had a pretty good first season in the league. Was not running for Rookie of the Year honors as he didn't meet the minimum 18 races. But was never really up there contesting for wins, really just for low top 10 finishes / top 15s. Now he's up here in a possible race-winning situation with his teammate Rafiq Rizana out of it. He is the lone wolf racing car. I guess no pun intended there. He is the lone wolf racing car left in the race. And he has to be a lone wolf with no help from his teammate. But he may get some help here from Nelson Reeves, fellow Toyota, as Reeves goes into second, taking it off of Derek Hamill. We take the white flag here for Ryan Keith. 1 lap to go here from Indy. Doesn't look like that the 15 of Reeves is going to pose much of a challenge for the Scot, unless he can muster a good run here through 3 and 4. I think it's in the bag here for Ryan Keith. The head through turn 3, still no challenge from the 15. And through turn 4, Reeves closing, but I don't think he has enough time. Off turn 4, coming to the start finish. A chaotic race here. The Crown Royal 40 is going to end with Ryan Keith taking his first BOSC win. Wolf Racing and Ryan Keith have their first win in the Blue-Emu Offline Stock Cup Series. Nelson Reeves agonizingly close to his first win, but it'll have to wait. Then Hamill, Nottingham Scott, and Wyatt Qualley round out the top 5. As your full finishing order, Keith, so Ryan Keith wins, then Nelson Reeves, Derek Hamill, Nottingham Scott, Wyatt Qualley, followed by Nixon DeMille, Azul Cielo, Chris Risted, Henry Williams, and Felix Jansen rounding out your top 10. Adam Mitchell, an amazing 11th for Accelerate, then Mordo Freeman, the final car to finish, then Adrian Rojas, Josh King, and everyone down all did not finish. Rafiq Rizana, Blaze Aitkins, Zachariah Armstrong, Vincent David, Noah Clifton, Tim Pitch, and Theo Spletzer round out the top half of the field. Then Neil, Kazami, Ganaki, Chrissy Spletzer, Starr, Ream, Wilkin, Freeman, McKenzie, Rollo, Hunter, Issick, Stover, Kelsey, Llewellyn, McFadden, Hulkenberg, Lowell, Pendergast, DeGroat, and Smith, all out of the race. So that was all from this quite chaotic race here at Indianapolis. We will catch you next week for Brooklands, but until then, this has been Ash Jacobson in the BOSC booth. We'll catch you next time.